Hey, what up, YouTube? Philly Sports 76 coming at you with another IP recap. This is Sixers and Cavs. I'm showing you the sign that I brought to the game for the return of Andrew Bynum. I got Hey Bynum and underline the letters that spell bum. So, doubt he saw it because my seats were pretty high up in section 105. And I did move down, but I didn't bring the sign with me. He did play a lot and didn't play very well, so that was great for the fans. I really liked all the booing and the Bynum sucks chants because he deserves it. Anyway, that's a sign I brought. I don't know if it got on TV or whatever. If it did, let me know in the comments, but I didn't get to watch the game, obviously. So anyway, we got to get in a little bit earlier because the security lady, we went in on this side entrance that's not really an entrance anymore. It's just for Franklin Club members. And my dad was just joking around with the lady saying, yeah, we're Franklin Club. And she believed him, even though he was joking around. And she didn't check for any identification or whatever. So we got into the building with that entrance and then went right down to the court because there was no security. So poor job on her part, but we lucked out, and you'll see how. In getting into it, these guys were all out for the Sixers, but I wasn't, trying for them, as you'll see. Let me move this. Alright, so these are just the usual guys. Evan was out as well, but it seems like he's going to be out for general admission throughout the year, so I didn't stay for him. Alright. James Anderson was out, but he was coming in at the same time Michael Carter-Williams was, so I didn't want to repeat what happened last time with Evan Turner and Thad. I went for Thad, and then Evan came in at the same time, and then I didn't get Evan, so I wasn't going to try and miss out on MCW for James Anderson. I'll probably be able to get him. Anyway, Darius Morris signed 3 of 3. He was nice. It came out really nice on this Panini set. I don't know if anyone ever has gotten him, but when he signs, at least when he was signing my cards, he did the scribble part and then stopped here and then just paused all 3 times and then finished his autograph. I don't know why he did that, but still, pretty nice guy. Wished him luck. Spencer Hawes, 2 of 2. Again, got him on this Donruss card. I think it's the 3rd time I've gotten this card signed, and it's just really always comes out flawless. So if you have any of those cards, it comes out really well. And then another one from Hawes. I told him that I have him on my fantasy team for basketball, and he smiled, and I told him I'm in first place, kind of dominating the league right now, which is a good thing. I'll talk about that, I guess, a little bit later in the video. Lavoie was out, but he was same thing with James Anderson. I didn't want to risk getting Lavoie and not MCW. Alright, so I only got 9 autos today, but it's definitely quality over quantity. So I got this SI signed by the kid MCW who's taken the NBA by storm as a rookie so far. Great start, and I hope this is the real deal and not just a couple weeks of great play. I mean, I'm glad he is playing this well. One, for the Sixers' future, and also because he's on my fantasy team. But I got him to sign this SI. It looks pretty sick, the Sports Illustrated. When he was obviously with Syracuse. I told him that I drafted him for my fantasy team, and again, told him I was in first place, and he laughed at also and said thank you. I made sure to say drafted because I didn't want to seem like some guy, like probably almost everyone else in fantasy basketball, that picked him up on waivers or in the free agency after the season started. So he was on my team from day one. And didn't get that one signed. But the real reason I went down for the Sixers because I saw this guy was out. Noel, 8x10, real sick. Signed it really well too. Crazy. It was pretty crazy because I thought he was gonna totally avoid us. Roid Rage 29 was out there too, and he said that he's never signed yet before a game, or at least he hasn't gotten him. And he looked like he walked right by him, and then some kid with a hat got him to stop. Like he stopped and signed for him, and then he signed for a guy next to me, and then he signed for me, and he still hadn't signed for Roy Rage yet. And then I asked him to sign one more over to the left, and he did. So it looked like he was gonna walk right through if that kid didn't get him to stop, which was good for me, I guess, if he's not going to be a big signer, and he doesn't look like he is. So if you have the opportunity to get him, I know he's injured or whatever, but get him now because I don't know if he's going to be a big guy on signing during games at least. I know he signs for charity events or whatever the Sixers do, but yeah, Noel, real sick to have gotten him. I'll get that framed. Same with the Sports Illustrated cover. Alright, Kyrie Irving, on to him, real quick. I skipped on Evan Turner and Thad and the other usual Sixers because Kyrie was out and he wasn't out from the start. So I could have gone out and gotten him, or tried to have gotten him and gotten a better spot, but I stayed and waited for Noel and MCW, and it looked like it paid off because he didn't sign for anybody. Kind of sucks. He just ran through. Not like he was being a jerk or anything, but I think he was short on time. So I didn't get him, but I'll try and get him whenever. Yeah, and then Verjao didn't sign that spark plug, which kind of sucks he wasn't even out or whatever. So I'll try him next time. That's basically it. I'm really glad to have gotten Noel and MC Dubs. Anyway, real quick about the Sixers. 4-4. Really happy they beat the Heat, and really happy they beat the Cavs at home. I still want them to, it would suck to be. It would actually suck for them to be a playoff team this year, in the long run. I mean, it'd be exciting to see this year, but in the long run, it's like, even if the Sixers make the playoffs, then they trade their number one pick to the Heat because of the Arnett Moultrie deal. So the season would have been a total waste, I think. The only thing you would have gotten out of it was Nerlens Noel. So honestly, if you're a Sixers fan, you have to expect them to start losing. That's why I wasn't so heartbroken when they lost to the Cavs in Cleveland. Because I know that losses in the long run will hopefully be good for us. So, whatever. The only thing we really got to look forward to is Noel, getting back, and MCW stepping it up. Same with Evan Turner. I'm really glad that he's having a good year so far. A great start. He's on my fantasy team too. I drafted him. But, anyway, back real quick on my fantasy team. First place, like I said, I got Paul George and Damian Lillard are my two best players, and my biased opinion on the Sixers paid off because I drafted MCW and Turner, and then picked up Hawes and Roten, and they have been solid because they're the only guys that can score the ball in the Sixers, and someone else had Thaddeus Young. So anyway, first place, nine autographs and 2 quality guys. So I'm probably going to try to go to the Sixers Hornets game to return Drew Holiday. See ya.